recording? There we go. So welcome to our spring conference orientation this evening for the spring conference coming up April 11th and 12th with the Tribal ITA. And welcome to our parents who are joining us. This is being recorded and it will be uploaded to our YouTube. And in the morning, the tribal sites managers would be sending out that link in the morning. So it's being recorded, but we'd like to offer some time for questions at the end as well. And we'll share some pertinent information for your students' upcoming spring conference trip, April 11th and 12th. So as we begin, I just want to share with you our agendas. For this presentation, we'll begin with welcome and some staff introductions and spring conference overview, code of conduct, disciplinary process, visitors policy, our quiet hours. We'll talk a little bit check-in and check-out process, what to pack and bring for your students to be able to be prepared for our time in Madison, schedule of what we'll be doing, as well as some information about roommates and meals, and then the chaperones who will be attending with your students and the contact information for that. Also, a little bit of information about medications and questions at the end. To begin with, if somebody can admit our guests. Did you admit them? All I see is Happy and Joey.
I did not see anyone needing to be admitted.
Oh, there was a ding dong, which meant.
I think Marlena joined us.
Oh, okay. Sorry
That
about
was
that.
me coming in. I'm just letting you
okay.
know that this meeting is scheduled to last until 9:30 tonight. Okay?
Oh, we won't need that much time, but thank you so much.
That I know you don't. I just set
Yep.
them for more time than you need. Everybody have a good night. I'm going back
Thank
to
you
writing
too.
now. Okay.
Thank you, Marlena.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Marlena.
So we were just checking in case we ended up going longer waiting for parents to join us. So here's the agenda and just some staff introductions to begin with. So begin with who I see first on my screen is so.
Did you pass it to me? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
It's breaking up. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. All right, sorry.
Am I breaking up?
It was breaking up for me. Sorry about that. Kolomosi, hello everybody. My name is So Happy Davids. For those that do not know me, I am the Oneida Student Success Outreach Specialist. And I'm excited to see everybody at Spring Conference. I'll pass it on to Julie.
Hi, everybody. I am So Happy's counterpart over in Lac du Flambeau. And yep, we're looking forward to having everybody in Madison. Even though it's short, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Am I next? I'll be next. I'm Mary Kay Dickinson. I am the academic instructor for the tribal sites, and I'm looking forward to having all of you students and parents there. Are going to be fabulous time that we're going to have. And I will be assisting if there's any parents online for seniors. I am going to be with the seniors for the senior part of it as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Ninoska. I am our Tribal Sites Technology Education Lead, and we're so excited that we're at that time of the year again where we're in spring and we're ready for spring conference.
Thank you very much. So this is the tribal site staff as we join our Madison cohort. There will be other staff as well there that the students will be meeting or re-meeting as we join them for spring conference. But this is our complete tribal site staff here. As we move forward, some of us will be sharing different parts of this presentation, and so I'll pass it over to our first believe that was Mary Kay.
That's me. So this first slide here is about the overview of what's going on and why we come to Madison for the spring conference. And the goals that we have is that we want to have the chance to show the students the UW-Madison campus and the community, and just to experience life as a Madison student for the weekend. They're going to learn about and visit some schools. We're going to take a couple tours, and everything will be right on campus. There'll be lots of walking, and we're going to explore all kinds of technology. And as we come upon it, when we're doing our tours or on different expeditions, they'll see that technology is an integral part of the whole university. And because we're going to have the diverse community side of it, we're going to welcome everyone, and we're going to show off all the different pieces and parts and places that students might feel comfortable visiting again at a different time. The next slide I have is not as exciting as the first one, but necessary. And I would probably start out by saying, hey, students, I will arrive each day ready to go. So will you. I will arrive prepared. You'll come prepared too. We'll let you know what you need to bring. I will mention tennis shoes or walking shoes again and again and again and again, because it's a lot of walking. So the code of conduct, we're arriving on time, we're being prepared, we're showing respect for myself, my peers, counselors, instructors, just we are a member of the community. We respect the property and the property of others. You'll carry your school or ITA identification with you if you have that, maybe your card from high school. There'll be no fighting, force, or intimidation of any member. No weapons or no look-alike weapons will be allowed. We are not using bad language or gestures, racial or ethnic, religious, gender, or sexual orientations. There is no smoking, no use of tobacco, vaping, no alcohol or other illegal substances. And there's no bullying or cyberbullying. And we'll address appropriately for the planned activities. When you get to the schedule, you'll find out some of the cool things you're going to have planned, so dress appropriately. This is normal for everybody. We're not going to use our cell phones, iPods, music players, inappropriate meeting during programming. You're going to be so full of exciting opportunities, you won't have time for using that stuff. I'm going to comply with any disciplinary actions taken against me. I will improve my behavior. I will not bring, distribute, or use drugs or any drug paraphernalia. I will not commit any theft or be associated with a crime involving theft. No tampering with fire alarms, extinguishers, or smoke detectors. I will not participate in any sexual relations with the ITA staff or the ITA students while under ITA supervision. And I will follow the rules and processes put in place by the Office of Youth Protection for UW-Madison. With that, I want to say we'll talk separately about medications and the things that the students will be bringing and the proper procedures to follow with that. So this is the disciplinary process. We hope no one has to experience this, but the action in place is if you violate any of those, and staff will identify and report students, document and report incidents. Staff will communicate with students and parents in a very timely manner to determine whether disciplinary action is necessary or not. The steps that are listed are limited, but not limited to the following. There will be warnings, an earlier curfew, an exclusion from field trips, mini trips, or special events, exclusion from campus privileges, conference call with parent or guardian, a conference with the assistant director or executive director, early dismissal from senior residential experience if they're the juniors right now to be seniors, and up to and including termination from ITA. So we're just going to use our best selves through the whole 2 days that you are going to be with us.
And I think it's Nino, actually.
So I promise you we'll get to the fun stuff. We'll keep just finishing some ground rules. So Spring Conference is truly a wonderful opportunity for all of our students to experience UW-Madison as a prospective student, but not only UW-Madison, but also just be more comfortable with the Madison community as a whole. So a lot has been planned. You will see our schedule. We tried to fit a lot into such a small amount of time. So, with that in mind, there will be no time for visit or visitors, and they will not be permitted at any part during this trip. So, maybe you have siblings, maybe you have family, maybe you have friends. They will not be allowed. We're doing this for your own benefit, from our own, to be able to continue doing spring conference. So, they're not allowed in the Fluno Center, they're not allowed to tag along for things. You are there to just enjoy the time that you have in spring conference. It's just 2 days, and to really just absorb everything that you'll be exposed to. With that, because you'll be doing so much and you'll be going go, 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 we are having lights out and quiet hours. So that will be right at 10. You will notice that there'll be a time where you'll have some free time for you to unwind, go back to your rooms. But at 10 p.m., we are expecting that lights are out, it is quiet, you're not allowed to leave your assigned rooms after that time. All staff is staying on the exact same floor that the students are. Our rooms are actually very near the students. We have little pods of students that we make sure are okay and that we look after. So we do monitor to make sure they are in their rooms, make sure they're not doing anything they shouldn't be doing, and that they're going to bed at 10 because they have a very early morning the next day.
And they've gotten up so early to get down to Madison, so they're going to be exhausted. Thank you. I think the next slides are happy.
There we go. Yep, I would like to share our policy with check-in and check-out. So in order to comply with UW-Madison guidelines for youth, parents must sign their students in before students are to board the bus on Friday, April 11th, and then also sign out their students when they return on Saturday, April 12th. Julie and I will both have clipboards or forms for parents to sign their students in and to sign them out. Parents may authorize another adult to drop off or pick up their student. This must be done in writing and needs to include the parent phone number. Both Julie and I would appreciate to know that ahead of time through, you can, let us know through an email. But if someone else is going to drop off or pick up, we need to know that in writing along with your phone number. Parents, you'll also bring any medication forms on Friday morning during the check-in process. You will be receiving a health form through the email, but due to the guidelines for youth, that needs to be done a day or two beforehand. So you'll be receiving that through email. Julie and I will also have copies of them at the bus for you to fill out too. So next I'd like to share items to bring. Definitely need to bring your ITA computer and charger. We'd appreciate if you could try to have them charged ahead of time, but do bring the charger. You will be using them throughout the time, possibly Friday night, definitely on Saturday when we meet with the Madison cohort. Bring cell phone and a charger, change of clothes for at least 2 days, keeping in mind the ever-changing weather in Wisconsin. Definitely bring along comfortable sleepwear, cold weather clothing. Just check the weather with that, and a raincoat and an umbrella if we're going to have any rainy weather, because we will be walking outside from building to building. Any necessary toiletries and medications. extra money for souvenirs. We are going to have time where we will be going on State Street for a little walkabout, and any additional snacks, that you might want to purchase. Also, you can bring any extra snacks that are easily transportable or, go within your backpack, purse, those kind of things. So we will be departing on Friday, April 11th. At Oneida, we will be leaving the Norbert Hill Center. We would like everybody there at least by 7:15 in case we need to sign any forms for check-in, that kind of thing, because we really need for the bus to leave at 7:30 sharp in order to be there for our tour that we're going to be doing right away in Madison. Lac du Flambeau, 7 a.m. From the Tribal Administration Building, and 7:30 a.m. Departure from Minocqua from, is it Lidas?
Lidas.
Lidas, okay, Lidas, on 8703 Blumenstein Road, Minocqua. I hope I did that well, Julie.
That was fine.
Yep. So that we can all leave promptly at our departure times. Thank you.
And so as you can see, we have a very packed schedule. On the Oneida group, because it's a shorter trip, we'll be arriving by 10:30 and they're going to go on a tour. The Lac du Flambeau group will be arriving for lunchtime at noon. After lunch, then we're going to take another tour. Then in the afternoon, we'll have time to walk around State Street, and we typically will break up into smaller groups because people like to go different places on State Street. Then for our evening, we're having dinner at 5:30. Then we will have movie night, games, activities, 9 o'clock free time, and that 10 o'clock lights out, because you're right, you're going to be tired. Saturday, breakfast is promptly at 7. We'll be checking out of our rooms, and then we're going to be walking quite a distance over to the computer science and spending the day with the Madison cohort and their Saturday session. So that's always a lot of fun. Seniors will be doing Badger Signing Day, where seniors that are going to Madison will be doing a Badger Signing Day with other seniors that are going to Madison from the People program, and then they'll be doing their placement tests. And then those of us who are with Saturday session, lunch is at 12:30. We're going bowling in the afternoon. We're doing a closing at 3:30 and hopping on the bus at 4. So it's what, a couple hours for you, Happy?
Mhm.
What time?
About 2.5 hours. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
expected to be back around 6:45.
Yeah, so next page.
Oh, sorry about that, Julie.
6:45, arriving at Norbert Hill and dropping students off. And again, parents have to sign. 7:45 at Lita's, and then 8 o'clock at the Tribal Admin Building in Flambeau.
Yeah.
And then many of you will be having roommates. We're all staying on the same floors, but some of you will have roommates, and we try to keep them at the same grade level. Gender and instructor recommendations all inform those decisions. And students are encouraged to eat meals with their roommate, get to know somebody new, spend good time together. So it's a lot of fun.
Thank you. And for meals, we feed them well, we feed them lots, and they will enjoy the food. So on the way down, students will be provided a hot breakfast that they will eat on the bus on the way down, and a bagged supper for the ride home. As we're there, TA provides 3 meals a day during the conference, and students are encouraged to bring along or purchase any snack items they would like to have in their rooms or their backpacks. They will not go hungry. We have some pizza luncheon. We have a luncheon at the Pyle Center with some invited guests, Indigenous faculty from the university. We have delicious food throughout the time, so they will not go hungry, but they are welcome to bring snacks if they'd like to. And then as far as chaperones, we really want to make sure that bringing this many students to the campus, we want to make sure that we have a lot of hands on deck to help support chaperoning and staffing all of the various events that we are at. So besides just our tribal site staff here, we also have our student instructors for the tribal staff, and then we have all of Madison staff as well. They're instructors, they're student hourlies, and we have staffed students who will be working for us for our spring conference to help ensure that we have a lot of students. The student success outreach specialists, so Julie and Happy, will both be chaperoning to and from the conference on the bus as they check the students in and be with them on the bus. While on campus, throughout our time, there will be upwards of 10 staff who will all be involved in each day's activities. So it's a fun time for all of the staff to be engaged with all of our students. So looking forward to that. But this important slide has the contact information for Julie, her cell phone number, Happy's cell phone number, and my cell phone number as well, if you should need to reach out to any of us while your student is with us on campus. And medications. So as Happy mentioned earlier, there will be the student health form. As we said, they are not allowed to fill it out before 24 hours before the trip because they want the information to be as recent as possible if there are any illnesses, etc. So the medications, students will be allowed to administer and manage their own medications, but students are not allowed to distribute their medications to other students or staff. And medication must be in the original bottle with the student's name. ITA staff will not administer any kind of medication. This is per the Office of Youth Protection Programs on UW campus. And so as we shared a lot of information with you, I just want to offer this time to open it up for any questions that you might have in regards to any of the information we shared. Samantha, Vaughn, Nicole, Carl, any questions?
No, not really.
I don't have any questions.
I don't have any questions.
I have a usual question that everybody asks after a while, and that is, what about Tylenol, ibuprofen, or things like that? They'll need to bring their own bottle. We cannot provide even an aspirin or anything to anyone else, a cough drop, none of that can we provide. So if they want to bring that, they'll just need to bring it in the actual bottle itself.
Thank you for that reminder. Vaughn, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, is there anything else that any of our staff would like to add or share? We just hope that your students come prepared. They're excited to join us. They're excited to come together with the other cohort, the other tribal cohort, as well as meet a lot of Madison folks and students in their program, as these are the students who they will all become program members as they move into the UW-Madison and as students that they will become friends with and get to know if they move on to become UW-Madison students. This is where we build relationships and build friendships and get to know each other. So their family is much bigger when they get down to the university. But I appreciate the time here with us. Again, this is recorded, and Happy and Julie will send out the link in the morning. But please feel free to reach out with any questions that you might come up with between now and the conference. Reach out to Julie and Happy first as your first points of contact. And I believe we've covered everything, unless there's anything anybody else has. We
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate your attendance and look forward to spring conference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.